introduced to Master P from one of my HCP members, my Hilltop Posse, my homeboy DJ Saint or whatever. And, he went to P's store right there on San Pablo. And his confidence wasn't as high. He was a hell of a baller and a football player. But, he just suggested that I go down there because, I have a little more, talent with my little turntablism. And I went down there and it just clicked right away. You know what I mean? So my impression of him was I was impressed to see a black man having a studio and a record store and a cash register, basically. You know what I mean? Because you didn't really see that coming up. We go to record stores, we go to Leopold's or different stores. It was always the white people selling the music, but, I was impressed by that. And he has a little hustle about him, and his swag was a little different, being from the South, but I admired his hustle.
Yeah, he had the record store already when you met him?
Yeah, he already had the record store. Like I said, my partner took me down there, and we just clicked right away, you know what I mean? We started, making moves, doing interviews and recording, I introduced him to K-Lou after we was kind of like tinkering around in a little studio that he created. But I had already, been a little bit more advanced in the music, so I was like, this is cool, but, I know a guy with a real studio. And so that's when I introduced him to K-Lou. And we did that No Limit song. And then we did the What's the Deal There. The other two tracks, Master P's Rolling and Why You Do What You Do was at a little house on the south side of Richmond. And so that's when it started clicking. And, we eventually, distributed that tape. He was kind of like putting the tapes together, taking a picture of the insert. He'll just put the little graphics down and all the little font, and then he'll take a picture of it and put it in his little jewel case, dub up a bunch of CDs, a bunch of tapes, and distribute them, So that was a cool movement because, with my HCP crew, we weren't really moving like that. So it was like, I was really inspired by that, So we did that.
I was going to say, some guy come from New Orleans to Richmond.
Right.
He kind of brought some game with him then, huh?
Yeah, most definitely. He brought that hustle game with him. We had talked about it, but he was more being about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will give him that. Even though the quality wasn't all that, but it's like at least we had a product to show that we was trying to do something.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Well, at what point in time did you guys first start recording?
At one point in time, right there in '89, when I met him, it was like days later. We started recording, and I see that it was kind of janky. So that's when I said, you know what, K-Lou lived in my hood. We grew up in Hilltop, and we went over there, and then it really started bubbling, as far as the quality wasn't there. Like I said, the swag was different, we was more the Dr. Dre's and, the producers, even Paris and some of the, producers in the Bay Area, JT, the Mac Dre's and all of them, we was like, we wanted our shit to be dope, So, I was just happy to kind of be
with those
a
guys
part of
at the time, yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. But I just wanted to, I was just happy to be kind of moving with it, At least we had some product out there, But then when we got to K-Lou's and we assembled a little TRU clique, it started rolling a lot better, But I don't know, yeah, it's just...
You wasn't feeling the music. Who was doing the main production at that time?
K-Lou was. I was coming up with different break beats and samples, kind of based off
so
of
you
whatever
and
the
K-Lou
were,
not to cut you off, but you and K-Lou were kind of like the Dr. Dre and DJ Yella of the No Limit.
Exactly.
At the time.
Exactly. if it would have been our direction all the way, you know what I mean? But Master P was kind of, it was his vision, you know what I mean? So, but I was helping fund it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I was trying to be a general in the No Limit crew. I didn't just want to be a soldier, you know what I mean? So I was making it happen by any means necessary, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, when did TRU start to form, and who were the original members?
It started in like 90, and the members was myself, you know, Grandmaster Scratch, and it was Master P, Big O. My homeboy Chili D was a HDP member, and then King George, Magic Mark, and Chill. Those were the original members.
Okay, so you sent me these pictures, and I'm looking at there's a bunch of guys dressed like the Untouchables, got guns and everything. That's you
right.
guys. What was this picture for?
That was going to be the original cover, but
okay.
You know, Master P, you know, he had a record store, so he'd go get some of his music. You know, all the people with record stores would go to Jason Blaine at the music people to get their records or whatever. So he kind of helped us distribute that product. You know what I mean? I guess he kind of didn't think that, he thought that cover was a little bit too racy. So that I was expecting to see it, but it just ended up being a, you know, black and white cover or whatever. But that was supposed to be the original cover.
Yeah, I always wondered why it was the black and white cover, just lettering. You know what I'm saying? Why they never had a better graphics at the time, or a concept for the cover.
Right.
Why they thought it was too, you know what I'm saying, too hardcore at the time? Is that what you said?
I think so. Yeah, they thought it was too hardcore. Yeah, you know what I mean? But we was like trying to be like NWA. I mean, you look at some of the NWA covers, they sit in a circle, you know, they're looking down. They don't really got the guns or whatever, but, you know, it is what it is, you know what I mean? But I thought it was a dope cover, but a lot of people never seen that, you know? But that was all about the company type of shit. You know, they didn't want to, you know, control things or whatever.
Yeah, I never seen those images either. And the dope thing about it is, you know, this stuff is coming out now. They're doing this No Limit Chronicles. Did they get at you at all to try to get your story?
Not really. I mean, like my son is an artist or whatever, and he be recording at K-Lou, so I had to kind of remind K-Lou, you know, because I was anticipating blah, 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 you know, with this stuff coming out, just to refresh his mind, because when people get in the mix, you know what I mean, they forget where they came from or whatever. So, you know what I mean, it is what it is. But, I mean, I appreciate him kind of giving a plug, but I think Master P really was going to feel kind of guilty not including me anyway, because, I mean, we was kind of like buddies, you know what I mean, riding around trying to do this music shit. And I got my little mini truck, and I'm the one that's driving them to all the spots. We going to, you know, do shows and interviews. We went to the CMC music channel. We did like a little video when Sonya was a rapper along with his sister, Jeremy, I think her name is. They had like a little group a lot of people don't know about, but I DJed for them. Then we did a little spot at the Soul Beat, you know what I mean? And we did shows at the Oakland Army base. You know, we did interviews at KPOO. You know, we was out there campaigning, right? You know, driving around in San Francisco, knocking on the record executive doors, trying to get in there. You know what I mean? Like I said, I was trying to be a general in No Limit, not like a soldier, you know, so.
You guys were helping putting in that work.
Yeah, most definitely.
Well, you did a show in Oakland. I remember seeing in the No Limit Chronicles. It got pretty crazy. Was that the one that you guys had to get out of there real quick?
No, that was after. That was after. This was just when we was doing What's the Deal. This was in '89.
This was just in '89.
None of them cats was around, man, when the first TRU got formed.
Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, like, comment, share. Also go over to ujsforlife.com, download the entire archive, and check out new episodes on Apple Podcasts and Blog Talk Radio.